live. I never always believe it though, not until people start showing up. I'm always like, is it really live though, or is it just lying to me like most of life? The deep philosophical questions of our time. Can you trust technology when it says you're live? Well, Paul says hello. So I'm going to think that maybe there's at least one person here now. Okay, there are a couple of people who have told me I am live. I shall believe them. So welcome in, everyone. We've made it to July. Halfway through the month of July. Good gods. Still alive, somehow, treading water, making our way through the year. It's it's been a thing. 2025 has continued for me the entire decade so far. Of here's some good, here's some bad, figure it out. So that's what we're doing. So welcome in, everyone. We can go ahead and get started on the things and stuff you were probably wondering about. Heavenly Chaos did what Heavenly Chaos does. Um, the book sold well. Really happy with that. We'll see how people feel going into book four, because there were a lot of people who thought that there was too much trauma talk in book three. We'll see. But number wise, Heavenly Chaos 3, perfectly fine. Um, we are going to be looking at Antecedents Legacy 5, going up on August 1st. So there's that to look forward to. For those people who are waiting on audio, Antecedents Legacy 4 will have a pre-order show up around August 15th. That is what I have been told by Podium. So in August, you should get Book 5 ebook and also audio. The pre-order for the audio for Antecedents Legacy 4. So there's that. Um, Lux Voice 9 is with ACX. We're just waiting for them to fully accept the files and hand it over to Audible. So I would say probably sometime in the next week. Normally, it doesn't take them longer than that. I've had it go as short as a full day before, which would be now. Obviously, that has not happened. But I just checked before starting. Um, so anytime I'd say in the next week, we should be seeing Lux Voice 9 audio finally make its way out into the public. For me, let's see, we have Antecedents Legacy 5 is in August, and we have the scroll along the bottom for those who want to follow along with me rambling incoherently, just to make it simple. So, Assembly's Folly, August 1st. Aether's 11, Princely Mistakes, October 1st. And then Heavenly Chaos 4, Graduating with Honor, December 1st. That is what our year looks like going out. I can tell you that Andy did record Heavenly Chaos 3 and hand that over to Podium as well. So I don't have an ETA on that as a pre-order, but we do at least have the ETA on Antecedents 4 for you guys. So there you go. And then in other like just around the corner news, we have the Denver Lit RPG Con. Excuse me. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 18th, 19th, and the 20th. I will be there. I will have, in theory, T-shirts to give away, AR shirts and Lux Voice 9 shirts. Lux Voice 9? Lux Voice shirts. Good gods, DJ. And then there are other odds and ends, like there will be a few copies of Heavenly Chaos 1 without the barcode on the back. I cannot legally sell them. I have some copies of those that I will be willing to sign and give away to people who come by and find me as well. There are, of course, limited number of everything, so try to find me early-ish on Friday if you really want something. One of the other things I've done is I've shipped out a signed book of every book I currently have in print to somebody in Denver so they can hand it off to me for the con. I am if that works out right and they show up like they're supposed to, then that Sunday at the con, I will basically be giving away series. So like all of Dungeon Walkers in print, signed copies, series of what is so far in print. I'll be giving them away probably in some kind of raffle-esque type of deal, but it'll happen on Sunday. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, maybe you're going to be there. And then I know for the silent auction, I have promised them a full collection of the challenge coins for the silent auction. So that is everything that I have made in a challenge coin. So that is every series plus the Shinhofen Books one. So if for whatever reason you have just been unlucky in the extreme, but you're going to the con, that will be part of the silent auction. I will warn you, the last time I did this was at Dragon Con last year, and they went for like a couple $100. Somebody got into a bidding war and they ran the price up. So just be aware. Now it is what 10 coins, 10, 11 coins. I don't know off the top of my head right now, guys. But it is a number of coins. So when you take that into account, it kind of makes at least a little bit of sense, a little bit. And then, of course, come the end of August, I will also be going off to Dragon Con. I have at least one panel at Dragon Con. That's all I can say on that. I can't divulge more of the schedule, but I have been confirmed on at least one panel. So I will be there as well. And then I'm also talking to the people who do the Author Nation Con in Vegas in November to be there for their reader appreciation day like I was last time. So I think that basically covers us roughly on everything going up. There's something else I'm going to be sharing soonish with you guys. Something big. For the people on Patreon, you've been probably getting you've probably gotten a notification, or you should have gotten a notification about 7 minutes ago. So if you're a Patreon and you haven't looked at your email, go look at that. I'm not even gonna respond to that one. I mean, I know that I am a large individual, but last I checked, it was physiologically, pretty sure, impossible for me to actually carry a child to birth. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get a couple of your questions in, and then I'm going to bring in a special guest, and we're going to do a big announcement. I say that because I have done very little work on it. Because all I want to do is write. What do we got? Looking forward to meeting you at Lit RPG. Do you know when you will be there? I will be there the entire time, Dragon. I will be there from Thursday through the Sunday, and I have to write your name down. One of my mods got swamped and could not be here. Life is life, we understand. So I need to pause and take names today as well. I will be doing the same thing again next month. So if you wonder why things are a little less smooth this time, life got in the way. As always, I will be there as I've said with all the bells and whistles and stuff that you can look forward to. AL hooray! Are there mech battles? I mean, if you've read the series, Paul, then you should have an answer. Okay, I've kind of answered that one too. Heavenly Chaos 4 already has a title. Does that mean it's done or almost ready? No, it means that I've barely started writing it. But I already knew what I wanted for the cover and the title for it. So I have moved forward on that on the premise that I will not be proven wrong by my characters. It's a big ask because my characters are not nice to me sometimes. but I have done so anyway. We will see if I've made a mistake. You would have to go back and reread the series. You would definitely have to go back and reread the series because I can't remember off the top of my head. It's very busy in my head, guys. With the convention coming up, it's only busier. I am not playing barter and trade to give people books, um, or items. I am going to be giving items away and then probably raffling off the rest. I myself will not barter and trade anything. I suck at that card game. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and read the first couple of books of Aethers again. Just, because. Well, Rodriguez, if you are going to be there and you are willing to part way with copious amounts of money, that will be a possibility for you. Of course, you might also get outbid by somebody else. It's going to be a thing. Only magic was real, and I could send a clone to go bid. I mean, well, that's that's the hang on. Your name has just caused me to forget how my fingers work. Okay. If magic was real and we can clone ourselves, I would still only be one of me because I would not get along with a clone of me. I know me too well. Not my style. Eve Shadowheart. I have to go back to work soon. Wanted to say hi. I'm reading the newest Heavenly Chaos book. Change in your writing style. Was portraying the female character's point of view a move to something new? I've done that in other. I've done that in other series. So I have taken the point of view of Yuki in a spot or two at the very least. Don't think I've done it in AL outside of very small snippets. But it's not like I'm gonna go whole hog and be like, okay, so we're gonna have this 20 chapter excerpt where it's strictly from Sadie's point of view. So that part is probably not going to happen. I have made decisions, especially with Heavenly Chaos. We'll say that. I think because I know what I've written and I know what I'm possibly going to write to a degree until my characters fuck me over. So I do have titles for the next few books, and that's where my titles have currently run out. So there is there is also that. So I am going. Oh, some of you guys have names that are just not friendly for typing. I should probably just try to copy them. Hmm. Can I do that? Let me see if I can do that. It won't let me do it there. Can I do it here? I can't do it here. Can't do it. Ah, well, stymied by the laws of computer. Truly looking forward to see how the trio comes together in Heavenly Chaos War. I mean, you kind of already seen how they've come together. A lot of groundwork was laid in Heavenly Chaos 3. So, unless you're expecting something different, I don't know. I missed an N. There we go. trying to catch up on everything real quick, and then I can bring in my special guest. But do you feel like you will ever visit Canada? Ah, America's hat. A lot of respect for my friends up north who keep the snow off of my head. Um, it is unlikely, not impossible. It's unlikely. Me traveling outside of the country is unlikely, though. I have a passport. I I've made I've made plans to one day travel. I just don't know if it's ever going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, I could moderator who sent me a comment where other people can't see it. I could. That would be smart. So I'm going to ignore that and do the stupid shit I've been doing because I've already fucked up. So why stop now? I don't see why I should stop doing the stupid shit I'm already done. Besides, I have to do it this way, otherwise I will forget what I've already answered. Uh, DJ, do you ever think you will ever come to Comey Com in Dallas or Houston? I'm assuming that was supposed to be Comic Con. It's Comia Con. I don't know what Comia Con is. I do have friends in Houston, so doing something in Houston would possibly happen because I could go see friends while I'm at it. Um, Dallas, very unlikely, highly unlikely. Crimson, yeah, can't wait for Heavenly Chaos 4. I mean, I think a lot of people are waiting for it, but I also think I have a lot of people waiting for antecedents and Aethers too. So the problem when you have miniseries that are all doing well. Ever thought about doing a novella style book of short stories or some of the other characters in your books? I mean, I did once, Brian. It's called NPC Lives: Tales of the Dead Man Inn, or as Podium called it when they published the audiobook, Alpha World 9. Don't ask me. I had no input on that decision. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the questions for the moment because I apparently cannot catch up. And what I want to do, guys, is I want to bring in a guest to talk to you about special things and stuff that have been worked on for months now and are still being slowly put together. And they're waiting for me to stop this so they can actually add themselves to the live chat. So if I keep going just a little bit longer, they might lose their cool and just throw themselves in here. So I would just like to say that it's really nice of everyone here to come and ask me questions and the things that we have, a special announcement that's going to happen here in just a moment. And yeah, now's good. I think now's good.
Hi.
Hi. I told you I'd add you.
Here, this is what I'm going to do this screen. This one's a little bit better. We're not like right on top of each other.
So let's see. The other one was there. We go.
No, I don't.
Fine. Go ahead.
Hi guys. So I'm here because if you are on Patreon, you know exactly what it is. Oh, F you, DJ. So we are, or with DJ's permission, there is going to be a Kickstarter done for the deluxe edition of Aether's Revival or Aether's Blessing, first book in Aether's Revival series. So I'm dropping a link for it. If you guys want to save it, go follow it. The plan is this Kickstarter has been near and dear to my heart right now because I live and breathe it right now. So You wondered if that post was real? It's real. You have no idea. Hi, Rocket Trucker. This is I'm also known as Hardcore Holly. I'm also known as the Potato Queen in the Discord. And my actual name is Jen Bean. So you guys may or may not know my name. So I will flag comments. I will answer questions. I have a graphic I would love to share with you guys if I can figure this out.
Oh, this ought to be funny.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you can do it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is this the right one? Okay, this is the right one. So, yes, henchwoman shows herself. So currently, here we go. Here's the lovely graphic. So I am tech savvy. Thank you very much. What are the tiers and rates? So if you go and read the campaign, this is a pre-launch page. So the campaign has not launched yet. We will have early bird specials. So for the first 48 hours, you can get just the book for $75. This will be a $25 discount. So if you do the math, there you go. What we are doing is this will include, it's going to be a leather bound, hardcover. It's going to be foil stamped. It will have interior artwork. It's going to be hand signed by Gentleman Shinhofen.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, you're hand signing this.
God
FYI.
damn it.
And there are also a few other bonuses with this book. And then we are also offering a box bundle set. And so for the first 100 backers at that tier will be $200. It will be a $50 discount. This box will be cultivated with not just the book, but with exclusive merchandise created just for this campaign. So I am looking at right now a bunch of different items. This will include somewhere between 4 and 6 items, if not more. And it will be items that I think that you all will like. At the moment, I do not have a list, a solid list at the moment. We can definitely be sharing this at the August live stream. We will have more information then. We will also be doing a cover reveal on the August live stream. It will be faux leather. So it will be faux leather, but it is high quality. So, and I say I do say leather bound. We will go into details that it is like faux leather. So, all right, let me. Jesus, questions. I wasn't looking at the things.
Paul, to be
Okay.
serious though, I could just have my dad sign it all. He is also Daniel Shinhofen, so
No. Is your dad Gentleman Shinhofen? Because I don't think he is.
no, but I'm not signing them, Gentleman Shinhofen. So
No, but you are. It will be signed by the one that's on the video call with me, or the live stream. It'll be signed by the author himself.
God damn it! Seeing this, I couldn't get around that one.
So I will. I'm missing. But let me scroll back up because I was not paying attention to chat because I was. No, Brian, we will not be putting a authentic strand of beard hair from the Ogre Lord. If a hair ends up in the book, that is purely by an accident. So just take my money. I'm okay with this. Will there be international shipping? Any idea of the cost there? Yes, there will be international shipping. At the moment, I do not know the pricing because with postage and how postal services are, They are ever changing, so shipping will be calculated at a later date once we get closer to shipping out the rewards. I will also mention that on the and this will get posted after as well. There is a FAQ channel that will be enabled after the live stream. So currently the FAQ channel is locked and I don't have the bandwidth to start it at the moment. But it will be in the Discord. It will be an FAQ channel that you can ask questions about the Kickstarter. I will answer to the best of my knowledge. We can have discussions. There'll be a separate channel for that. So we will link that all on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, we will definitely be posting elsewhere so you can have talks. And then when the Kickstarter does launch, there will be a FAQ section on the Kickstarter itself as well. So is the box set going to be numbered books? No. The logistics of numbering a book is, I think, beyond and above everyone's pay grade. And as much as I would love to do numbered, I think that it would defeat it would be a problem if we end up going. The hope is to do more of these. This is just the beginning, hopefully. As long as this is successful and that it funds and it does what we want it to do, I will definitely say that we're hopeful that we will do book 2 and on. So the logistics of having numbered books is just, it's a nightmare. So, will this open at midnight on August 25th? No. This will go live probably in the morning of August 25th. If you follow, so the reason why we do a pre-launch campaign is so you can follow the pre-launch campaign. You sign up with Kickstarter, you enter your email address, and you follow the campaign. And once you do, you can then, once we go live, you will receive an email from Kickstarter. We will also blast it across everywhere else. We'll do Discord's announcement. We'll do Facebook announcements. So we will make sure that you do not miss out on this. It's also the reason why I'm doing 48 hours for the book instead of 24, is because I want people to be able to get it. So are there plans on doing the rest of the same? I can't pronounce his name or their name.
Yeah, I just call him Yeah.
Yeah, that I just answered that question. As for doing first books of other series, unknown at the moment. This is our trial run.
So how long is the Kickstarter going to run?
31 days.
So
it will run until September 26th.
Okay. For those people who aren't as interested in the first 48 hours.
Yep. Also keep an eye on it because there will be stretch goals. There could be bonuses. We don't know yet. We don't know what's going to happen other than we have a general plan. So how many books will be published in total? I'm not sure what that question means.
Are we doing a limited number of them?
At the moment, no. There'll be a limited number of the box bundles.
Do we have a number on the box bundles?
Currently, it's the first 100 are at a certain price, and then tentatively we could go another 100 or so. If they sell out really quickly, I will need to talk to those who are making certain products. There's one product in there that is going to be handmade. It is, they're all going to be made by people, but one of them in particular is being started and finished by hand. And I have a number by the person of how many they're willing to do, but then we can talk about it. So at the moment, I would say there's at least probably an opportunity to get up to about 200 or so boxes. What else am I? It's also nice to put a name to the face, or face to the name. Yeah. By the way, my name was only lent for book one. Well, it was lent, and I was only supposed to be a minor character. Was never supposed to become the second wife. So, yay for me.
The price of fame. It's terrible.
So other than the $50 discount, are there any benefits for being in the first 200? So actually it's the first 100 to get the $50 discount. There is a possibility of doing up to 200 at the moment. So other benefits, stretch goals could include other items that we're willing to put forth. I'm trying not to give everything away.
Yeah.
But this will be the only time right now that this would be available is Kickstarter. If we run additional Kickstarters, we may have it available. But this won't be available on Amazon. It won't be available in your local retailers. This is right now your only chance to get this book in this style. And I'm going to actually change up something. I want to change up this graphic, which has not been announced. So this is going to highlight more of because of the question. So not only are we also going to have, we're going to have black and white illustrations. 5 of them right now are commissioned. Stretch goals, you could end up getting more if that's where we go. We have words.
Are hard.
Yes. There are custom chapter headers and dividers. There's going to be a ribbon bookmark included with this attached. We're going to have custom end papers. So there was also be a foiled bookmark to go along with this. And if you don't want to get the book, you can support the Kickstarter in general, just to show your support if that's what you want. Nope, it does not, because it's a print book. So Lit RPG lover, I will tell you this, is that no ebooks or audiobooks will be available through the Kickstarter. You can purchase those on Amazon and Audible. Those are the exclusivity rights. Amazon does not have exclusivity on prints, just because it's the only other retailer that DJ allows it prints through, but it is not exclusivity. Did DJ make you? No, I went and found it because I wanted to be, extra special. The other thing I will tell you, because it will probably get asked, the Aethers challenge coin will not be included in this. So, yes, we will put out what comes in the book. I'm hoping to have that confirmed for August 15th. What I will tell you is that we're going to Denver. We're going to Lit RPG Con. I am going to meet with some of those vendors and get samples of stuff that I've already been talking to them about. So once I get my hands on those samples and that we review them and that we make our decisions on Do we like sample A versus sample B? Then I can put together graphics that will show you exactly what will be in the book box. We will be upfront, and nothing will be really a mystery. We're not going to be like, oh yeah, just invest in this box of things, because that's not what I'm going to do to you people. I want you to be like, hey, do you want this and this that matches this? This is all curated to make sure that it is something that you guys will like.
The reason I'm being quiet is simple fact she is handling most of this. Because if I try to handle any of this, I will not be writing. Do you guys want me to delay books by a month or 2 months? Probably not. So while the person who handles everything talks, I have a tendency to be quiet. Let the people you pay to be professional be a profession.
Wolf, we'll take your money on August 25th.
Okay, I think.
One other thing I want to point out. So, you know how DJ says that there's going to be t-shirts and everything at Denver? There's also going to be, and I'm going to remove this so you can see me better.
Oh, well, let's.
There is lanyards. Sorry, my background, I have shit in my background. So, lanyards of this beautiful artwork. I'm trying not to get it completely thing. So, we will have lanyards for anyone going to Denver to hand out. They are going to be of the new art. Like, this has a, I can't. There we go. Everything's backwards. So, can I answer another question?
I don't know, can you?
I didn't know if you were going. Who is doing the artwork? We are working with multiple artists. So if you have supported or seen, there's a lot of special editions on Kickstarter. We are working with Rachel St. Clair of Claymore Covers for the cover design and social graphics. And also we are working with a few different artists for the interior artwork. One of them is Jomel. I can't say his last name, but he has also been on Kickstarters as well as Bad Moon Studios. So we are working with multiples for artwork. So they have been vetted. I've seen them before, worked with them before. They have been amazing. So the question of, can this be included in the book box? The lanyard?
Yeah, I'm assuming the lanyard.
I mean, we can consider it. You can consider tossing it in as a bonus. The thing is, the thing. So right now I'm going into Denver with 500 of these. There's estimated 1,000 attendees. So I mean, granted, I don't want to come home with any of these, but if I can figure it out. I can take it into consideration. Definitely something.
If nothing else, if they're not words are hard. If there is enough requests for them from people, then yes, we can probably see about making them an add-on, if nothing else.
Yeah.
For those people who don't want the entire box, just want the book, but would also like the lanyard.
I can definitely can keep this into consideration. I want to do an ogre thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, Lost Phoenix. No, it's a lanyard. It's a lanyard, Paul. Yeah.
I mean, could be a leash. It can double. It's a very short leash, though, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's what I keep you on.
Everyone's got to have hopes and dreams, I guess. Everyone has to have hopes and dreams. Brat's got a brat. It's okay. Okay. I think you've covered everything without oversharing things that don't want to be overshared.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you, Jen slash Potato Queen slash moderator of the stars slash going to become a brattier while on camera.
um yeah, I'll leave that question for you to answer. So yeah, thank you. I look forward to meeting people in Denver. You can probably find me at DJ's table.
Where I
So
will be 90% of the time I am not at one of the 3 panels I think I have.
yeah,
So if you're looking for that information, I'm gonna go. Wait, first I'll say goodbye to Jen again. Bye, Jen.
bye. I'm going back to the behind the scenes, and I'm gonna bring out my hammer. I can also take names for you now.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Uh, there is information on my panels and stuff. If it's not posted yet, I'll post it up on the Discord because we do have a Lit RPG Con channel on Discord now. And I will see about also slapping that up onto Facebook for the people over there who don't make it over to the Discord. Um, the times I am not at the table because of a panel, I will. The times I am not at a panel, I will more than likely be at the table, barring the necessities of life, food, bathroom, so on and so forth. Um, I will be more than happy to talk with people while I am there. The only thing I will stipulate when I am there, and I will reiterate it during the moment, is we don't want to block other people from being able to come up and get things themselves. But I will be there all 3 days. If you want to come over, say hi, and discuss things without spoilers, I'm fine doing so. If you want to come over and ask spoiler questions, I'm probably not even going to glare at you. I'm just going to stop talking to you. So don't think that it's cute. Don't think that it's funny. It will literally just upset me. And when I get upset, I have a tendency to just stop. So now that people have been warned, hang on. They let you have food while at the con? I mean, yeah, yeah. Do you know what hungry ogres do? I think that was the last rampage of an ogre. Was when they get too hungry. You gotta make sure you feed the ogres. You have no idea what's going to happen if you don't. It's don't feed the trolls. You're supposed to feed the ogres. I do have a quasi merch store. It is up on Redbubble. You can find the link through the shinhofenbooks.com website. It is basically just some of the artwork that can be slapped onto the standard standard Redbubble-esque things like T-shirts and stuff. Um, honestly, guys, I don't. There's not enough demand for quote unquote merch for my stuff for it to be something for me to invest a lot of time and money and effort into. So other people would say if you did, maybe you'd sell more. But honestly, the only thing I really want to do is write, which is why I've handed off most other things to other people because I don't want to do it. I just want to write. The more I write, the faster you guys get your books. Actually, at this point, you're getting your books at a very set rate. And one day I might be far enough ahead where when I decide to, maybe go to a convention in Canada or go to a convention in the UK, I won't feel bad about a week or two being missed. It won't feel like a time crunch on my head. I'm not the biggest fan of mecha stuff. However, I'm going to try getting caught up on IL. I hope I'm surprised. I mean, if you like the way my stories normally work with heavy character focus, you'll be fine. Yes, there is mecha. Yes, there is big mecha battles, but that is once again just an aspect of the series along with the normal character building that I do. Would they make a mech drone? I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. You have said that Shaun and Binding Words is based on your friend. Are any of the other main characters based on people, at least partially? Most of the main characters in Last Horizon are based off of people I know. Gothy was based on two women that I knew and loved, and well, one of them has sadly passed quite a few years ago now. But basically, just a mashup of two personalities for Gothy. Just got to remember the people you love. So yes, I have included other main-esque characters based on people that I know, and it's very easy if you know the personality. If you could vacation to any of your books or worlds, it's not going to be Apocalypse Gates. I want to live. Um, Last Horizons is simple and easy. Alpha World, if it's like at the start before they start doing the like permadeath for NPCs and stuff, I'm good there. Because that's just an MMORPG. I have no problem with that. Let's see, Binding Words, probably not. I wouldn't get along with a lot of the way society functions. Um, I am not a big fan of trying to actually live in the Wild West. So I can cut out Luck's voice. Um, for antecedents, if I was far enough back from like the front lines, um, sure. The way that I've set up Terra in antecedents isn't terrible. Probably be fine there. Heavenly Chaos, yeah, sure. Don't even need to be a holder. I mean, there are a lot of worlds that I wouldn't mind taking a vacation in from my stories, but there are some that absolutely fucking not. No, not doing that. So, Paul, I do not mean to hurt your feelings. I will tell you something that I have told other people before. The people I've talked to on a regular basis, like 3-4 times face to face every day, mostly coworkers. Um, if I do not hang out with you outside of work, if we do not go out and watch an anime, get dinner, hang out in just a casual esque manner, the, the most I can file you in my own head is as an acquaintance. It's just the way my brain works. For other people, you can still be you can be a really great friend in that. My brain says no, that's an acquaintance. I am sorry. I'd rather be upfront with you than to give you false hopes. It's just the way I am. I have a lot of people that I enjoy talking to that are really good acquaintances. But since I don't actually hang out with them in any semblance of manner, I don't use the word friend as lightly as a lot of society does. We've answered that one. Please book box coins. We are not doing the coins for the Kickstarter, guys. If you understood the money I've sunken into those coins to give to you guys, you might understand. It would literally mean having to increase the Kickstarter to run another batch of them off. Is it possible? Sure. And I will talk to my person. I will talk to Jen about it. However, I am against it. The coins were supposed to be for people to come to live chats and do giveaways, not to be bought. I have allowed that to go when it is for charity. The silent auctions give to charity. So I don't mind that. But I probably will not happen for the Kickstarters. The pre-order for AL5 will be up. Let's see. It's gonna go live there. I would say probably in the next couple of days. Probably in the next couple of days. If it doesn't happen before I go to the con, it'll happen after I go to the con. And last time they held up the pre-order for like 3 days. So you know what? it's gonna get tight, and pre-order might end up going up while I'm away, and I really hate that, but it might happen. I was supposed to see about getting it organized on Sunday, and I said earlier that that things have been busy. Life is life. But you know what I'll do? Hang on one second. Come over here. I click a button. Uh, None of this has changed, guys. Why didn't you take me back to the start? Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, no, that's right. See, I am looking at a screen you guys cannot see. I cannot, and I'm not looking at what you guys are doing. No, this is ignore. That is what the. Sure. No, 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 no. Okay, so ignore all that. Cool. Um, Now go back. You guys are all wondering, what is he doing? He's talking to himself. He's not really looking at the camera. Done. Submit for pre-order. Okay, so I have given the pre-order to Amazon. Well, to KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, which is Amazon's arm. We will have to wait and see how long it takes them. If I'm really lucky, it'll be sometime tomorrow so I can do my normal social media stuff and be like, hey guys, the pre-order's up. Otherwise, I'll have to do that after I get back. When I hope I don't have Concred. No, Rob, I don't believe they are. I think they said something about getting one or two of them recorded and put up on the Lit RPG Con YouTube page that they're doing. But I don't believe any of mine are scheduled for that. But it's all early days. We won't know until the end. So I've answered that question. When you do recaps, could you go over the stuff at the beginning about coins? I was updating my calendar for the book release. Oh, the during Lit RPG Con there's going to be a silent auction. I will be giving them a full set of my challenge coins for that silent auction. That's all. Good God, that's a long one. Book 7 helpful. Yeah. If she responded, it may be possible, and it has not happened yet. Especially with all of the stuff that's been going on for them. I mean, Dan, have you ever thought about having other authors write in your worlds? No, just because. No, I don't. I don't. There are very few people that I would be like, I trust this person to not fuck up the premise of what I've already written. Very few, um, like a handful or less. So it is unlikely. It's the same reason why I would never write in somebody else's world. One that would put shackles on me in a way that if my character's like, this is what I did, I'd be like, oh, but you couldn't have done that because that breaks their world Bible. So yeah, probably not. I just thought maybe they'll wait for simpler stuff like the lanyard or some other goodies like maybe hats. Fair enough, Crimson. Fair enough. I understand. To clarify my statement about Heavenly Chaos 4, Ben and Atropos kicked ass in the pocket, delving in Mock War. Suster was just days away. in Heavenly Chaos 3. I'm looking forward to see how they work as a trio. I mean, but you've already seen, if you've read Heavenly Chaos 3, you've already seen how they work as a trio because they delved a pocket, a rank up repeatedly. So once again, I'm confused then. Because you've seen the teamwork that happens when they fight in book 3. So in your opinion, what is the optimum harem size? Um, it's not really optimum. Under under 10 is good. Under 10 is good. I think under 10, it's not impossible, especially if they are different enough for you to be able to remember who they are, based on names, character traits, and similar. Um, for a lot of people, I've seen that they would like 5 or less. Right about 5 seems to start being where a chunk of the fan base starts to forget who's who. They're not quite as readily remembered by some people. So that's, I mean, that's not a cut and dry answer, honestly, or question. Out of all of your series, which has performed the best, so far to date, uh, if you go book by book, so like if we put Aethers up next to Heavenly Chaos, which is 10 books versus 3, there's a vast disparity, right? If you go only as if you only compare them based on how far into each, so like Heavenly Chaos is 3 books. If you compare those 3 versus every other series going to only 3, um, Aethers is still my best-selling series, but right after Aethers is actually Heavenly Chaos. If you go performed over the entire series, it's Aethers to this point still. Um, but I actually believe that it goes Binding Words, Alpha World. No, actually it goes Aethers, Alpha World, Binding Words. And then after that it gets tricky. But if you like I said, if you only compare them on where they've been to any given point, then it's Alpha World, Heavenly Chaos, Alpha World. It's Aether's Heavenly Chaos. If you go completed series, it's Alpha World, then Binding Words. And then after that, it gets tricky, and I'd have to go look at my spreadsheets and so on and so on and so on and forth and so on. In Heavenly Chaos, will we see a time when the pilots can pilot the mecha remotely? No, I don't believe in Heavenly Chaos. You would see that. I would find it hard to believe that I put mecha into Heavenly Chaos. So probably meant um antecedents. If he meant antecedents, or they. Sorry, guys, my default pronoun is male until I'm proven otherwise. Um, and I will apologize that, but fuck, I'm old at this point. Um, we haven't seen it yet. The mecha were designed with a pilot in mind. I think it would take a lot of looping around things for that to become a reality. What are some of the what are some of 4 bucket list destinations for vacations? I'm assuming you want to know if I have 4 bucket list vacation destinations. Words are hard. I understand. I work with them every day, and they are indeed quite the beach at times. Um, honestly, without having to think too hard, there are parts of Ireland I really would like to go see. There are bits of Germany I would really like to go see. Now, both of those do trace back to my heritage. So no surprise there. Those are the first two I can think of. Outside of that, there would be bits of Italy I would like to see. Once again, heritage. And then maybe Japan, just because, man, Japan is strange at times, and there are a lot of things that would be entertaining. Now, sadly, there's a lot of really nice cultural um, things in Japan that are no longer open to tourists because tourists are assholes. Um, so that is sad and understandable from their point of view. If someone shows up at a con with a coin, does something special happen? You will have to find out all on your own. Because Andy doesn't always have bloopers, Nav. That's what it comes down to. Sometimes she might have only had one moment that she recorded, and we're never going to put just one blooper at the end of something. Other times there's just a real time crunch for her recording, and in which case she's not recording her bloopers. She's just trying to go back and retake things, and there's not as much. Oh, guys, that was funny. Hang on, let's expand on that, and I'll keep the recording going moments. So they are not a guarantee. If you get bloopers, enjoy them. They're not a guarantee. Think I'm almost caught up to you guys' starred questions. So wow. I look forward to non-antecedents fighting techniques. I mean, you you kind of already seen part of it. Yeah, but I understand what you're saying because what book 5 should be covering. So I understand. I wonder if Badger designs a mech from scratch at some point. I know they have custom loadouts. I mean, will it happen? Yeah, probably at some point, but the loadout he had requested because of winning the tournament was a fairly well-rounded build, honestly. Is it a trope that good guys don't ever seem to loot bad guys or make sure they aren't able to just get back up and kill them from behind? Um, it depends on your good guys. Yeah, honestly. I mean, I've I have written quote unquote good guys who have no problem shooting someone in the head and then taking their shit. I will introduce you to Alvin, which I know you've read that series. Um, so most people, if they're writing quote unquote the good guy, look, I've run through all the stars. If they're writing the good guy, are writing the virtuous good guy. They're writing basically the paladin, the Superman-esque, the Gary Stu good guy, the man who does no wrong, who's only looking to do the right thing 100% of the time, right? So, um, I'm not sure if it's a trope, but that's a lot of people expect the good guy to always be the virtuous one. Expect him, if not to be, full on paladin, to be paladin light. Um, we want our heroes to be better than we are. Um, which it's not a high bar for some of us. It's really not. Um, but I personally prefer a good guy who's just a little gritty. If I'm watching anime or something, especially with anime has so many let's not kill this guy even though he's a horrible despicable person. Me and my friend lambaste those moments when they happen and we're watching anime. Because no, redemption doesn't need to be given to every single bad guy. Sometimes the bad guy should just be offed. So I like most of my heroes to be just a little bit gritty and being okay with pulling that trigger. We have not seen Ben have to make that decision yet. Um, Gregory has made that decision a couple of times. Um, let's see who else, and then Xander has no problem making that decision. But if you go back, I have had characters who are fine making the morally questionable let's kill the bad guy so he doesn't have the chance to do this again. Um, versus the no, wait, we should arrest him and turn him into justice decision. So most people, I absolutely dislike the 9 alignment system that came with earlier D&D. Um, especially paladins being locked in a lawful good, because god damn it, if I am a paladin of Tiamat, there's no way in fucking hell I am lawful good. Lawful, absolutely. You follow the tenets of your god. Your god is an evil god, so you should be lawful neutral or lawful evil, but you will follow the tenets of your god. If I play a dwarf in D&D, they are lawful neutral. The laws they follow are the laws of their clan, first and foremost. Then the laws of the society that they're traveling in. And if it means breaking the laws of society because their clan dictates otherwise, they do so. And I have had many, many discussions at a gaming table of how could you do that? You're supposed to be a good guy. And to my dwarf, he's absolutely justified. So you say that, but a paladin was always supposed to be the militant arm of a church. They are the holy warriors of a church, of a religion. So no, they should not be an anti-paladin. A blackguard, if you will, were supposed to be paladins who broke their oath. The paladin of Tiamat who broke their oath to Tiamat would still be a blackguard. They are still a fallen paladin. They're just a fallen paladin of this evil bitch, as opposed to the fallen paladin of Pelor. But they changed that with the later editions of D&D, where paladin did not always have to be lawful stupid. I'm sorry, lawful good, which I 100% agreed with. One of the things I absolutely always disagreed with. And that was a rant brought to you by something absolutely different. Victor and Reba both said that neither of their parents are able to talk about the special contest that Prince is setting up. There's no Prince. If you mean that Rufus Tirita, the quote unquote de facto ruler of the Guildful continent and the academy that Victor and Atropos are, I'm sorry, Victor, Benedict, Atropos, blah 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 blah, attend. Yes, he ain't a prince. He is basically untitled nobility because he is the son of a titled noble. Definitely not a prince. I got a lot of my posts on screen. Am I dying? Paul, I hate to tell you this. You had a good run. It's a little black humor. It's fine. I'm going to skip that one. And that one. Their character in hindsight you wish you had never written. No, not that I can think of. I can't think of any character that I lament having written. It just is. I just follow. I just report what I'm told. So it can be a bit difficult to follow these chats when you've only ever read one series of your work. More context might help folks get interested in the other series. I mean, we have a Discord. If you'd like to come over to Discord and chat about different things and ask questions about various series, we are there. I regularly have Discord up while I am working. And the fan base has been mostly helpful for new people who are stopping by. But if you wanted a hey, look at that. Somebody, my moderator, put up the Discord link. Oh, there's a cat. I take the cat. Hello, Bean, little old lady. What you doing? No, no, father. No, the camera is not for me. Run! Story of my life. To give you a, a quick breakdown on series, Last Horizon was written as an homage to my old WoW gaming group, uh, rating group, the Bananas, um, which gives you the idea that if fully immersive virtual reality was a thing, basically like sword art without the hey you're stuck here and gonna and possibly die style, would a group of 80-year-olds who used to play WoW in its heyday want one more chance at glory? That's Last Horizons. Um, Alpha World is once again the fully immersive dive aspect, but the main character is under medical observation while in it because he's a condemned criminal, and he is helping test the idea of what it does to the body to stay in the system. Um, Binding Words, Celtic mythology meets Norse mythology mashup. Have fun. Um, Apocalypse Gates is your brain was digitized and you're uploaded into a permadeath, well, quasi permadeath apocalyptic world. Resurrection Quest, we don't talk about. That poor series only had one book because it did abysmally well. Aether's Revival is Eastern meets Western cultivation style. Magic Academy slash Empire sprawling magic series. Antecedent's Legacy is main character was a uh, mercenary who got isekai'd to a to a universe with advanced technology and a whole lot of alien races that are based off of the myths we have of creatures here on Earth. And Heavenly Chaos is Western cultivation slash sci-fi dealing heavily with trauma. I think, and then Dungeon Walkers was a follow-up to Alpha World. Did I miss one? Lux Voice is my Western isekai-ish with magic, weird Western series. Here we go. I think I've got them all that time. Albert basically tried to stay within the rules, though. He mostly did for for very good reasons. If you know, if you remember his story, if they deserve death for their crimes, off with their yeah. I mean, a lot of people feel that way, but a lot of people would have trouble actually pulling the trigger themselves in that situation. No, no, Tiamat, the chromatic dragon queen from D&D. Just 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 pulling an example of normally easily relatable. Most people know Tiamat by name if they've played D&D. So I take a drink every time someone says Skippy. Really? That's a good way to get alcohol poisoning, Cranky Bits, especially if people know it. I mean, you could really end up a Skippy in your own story that way. Let's Skippy all along though, so he doesn't have to drink too much, guys. Apart from Sean's life bonding the staff, is there any other epic decision the character did that required a rewrite? The only other one was the one that you guys have never seen, and that was the first iteration of Apocalypse Gates Book 1, where Alvin became a quasi paladin-esque, let's try to help everyone, instead of the selfish asshole he was always designed to be. So that you guys never saw that. There was only one other person who saw that iteration of that book. What kind of character do you least like to write about? Villains? I don't want the villain's point of view. There are a number of really popular authors out there who will give you entire chapters based on the villain's point of view, so you can empathize with them a little bit. I don't want the villain's point of view. I actually want just the main character's point of view. I don't even normally like it when the story goes to another major supporting character for a chapter at a time. It bothers me. I want to know things as they happen from the main character's point of view. So, well, we do have the not safe for work channels flagged out. So, and if things get too graphic in any one channel, we will moderate them appropriately. That's true. Apocalypse Gates did have a lot of adult content. It might be my most adult content in any series. Are you ever going to do another MMO style lit RPG? No, probably not. I don't have one of those stories clamoring for my attention right now. And since I just report on what is in my head, it's unlikely at this time. Are there other stories that could be based like that? Absolutely, without a problem, or without a doubt, problem thing. There are a few more kinks that the Overlord made up for that series. Actually, Brian, no, I did not. You need to expand your knowledge of kink, apparently. I am trying my best to keep Heavenly Chaos to the point where you could hand it to a teenager and not feel bad about it. There is more graphic things on TV, regular TV, than you should find in Heavenly Chaos. So I would say that it definitely hits PG-13-esque at times. But there will be no graphic adult content in Heavenly Chaos. I do have a question about AR. I'm confused how long Greg and his wives will be forced to wander the world fulfilling the needs of the Empire and guild posting. It says in the book that one day they will all be together. In the decades, centuries, I mean, you'll find out when I get told. It's going to be a while. They are responsible to the Empire first, which they are fulfilling that obligation now. But after that, they are under obligation to the clan, which means the Empire goes to the clan and says, we need X number of people at these postings. Make it happen. So instead of the Empire going, hey, you're a fresh Magus, you go here, the clan goes, okay, we need a Magus or Master here, we need a Magus or Master here, we need, and so on. Now, they could, and they won't, leave Aether's Guard and no longer be beholden under those rules. But the clan would still need to give support in the ways they are. So if the clan can't meet what the Empire wants of them, then you get into a whole lot of politics, which I am not covering. See, I don't like the bad guy's point of view. I am out of questions again. That's amazing. But what if it's like Anime Overlord where the villain is the good guy? He's not the villain then. Honestly, he is an inept idiot. Let's be honest. If you've read or watched Overlord, the anime at all, I believe it is also a manga and a light novel. The main character is an idiot. He is just a regular guy. He is a regular Japanese workforce individual. And he knows he should not be bossing around the highly intelligent, um, decidedly evil henchmen that he has completely beholden to him. But then he makes mistakes, like telling them to take care of things without giving them clear cut instructions. So technically, he's the bad guy. Honestly, though, he's not a villain. There is a lot wrong in that world. And does he do villanesque thing like conquer a country? Yeah. But most of those plans aren't his. So I got all the questions answered. Do 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 do. Oh, I think, guys, that I've covered everything. I will wait a little bit. Let you guys see if you can roll some more questions through my mod. But honestly, it's a good live chat so far. We covered the Kickstarter, the bits that we're sharing. We've answered questions. We told you all the neat stuff that's going to happen at the convention. Um, Not a terrible day. Not a terrible day. So I see some questions starting to roll in. We're gonna go ahead and let you guys fill out maybe a couple of more. But let's see. Was there anything else that I should cover outside of stuff? At the moment, I have felt good with the three series rotation, so that is more than likely going to continue forward. We will see by the end of the year. I'll have a better idea of that. Um, but more than likely, yeah, the three series rotation will continue, which means that you guys should be getting 2 books of every series every year. Um, Also, Antecedents is still on pace to be the next series wrap. Aethers and Heavenly Chaos were much longer, bolder envisioned series. Um, and I do have other things that will eventually step in and take place of whatever series comes out of rotation, but I'm not absolutely 100% sold on any one story at the moment. Um, and then there's a whole nother thing that is not going to be added to the rotation that I've been working on. That's a whole different special project. Um, that hasn't been discussed really anywhere, and it's not going to be until probably later in the year. But it is something that I've given up more of my free time to. The little bit of free time that I take a day to play video games or read, I have given up to another special project. Um, and I will discuss more of that at a later time. And here are questions. What happens if they leave Aether's Guard? Do they report to anyone? Does the Empire take over their contract? There's a reason why clans don't let their magi go, because they are still the clan is still beholden to the empire, and the empire goes, you need to supply this many this many people to these postings. The clan has to fulfill those. Aethers dwindled and dwindled and faded away because they let their magi step out of the guild. Some of those magi made the mistakes of then going off to other clans, um, where they found out that you can't do that here. No, the Empire doesn't take over any obligation at that point. The Empire just continues to look at Aether's Guard and goes, "We don't care if you don't have enough. Figure it out." And then there's a whole, like I said, back and forth of politics in the background of what that might entail. For those magi who somehow got out of that system, where they are not beholden to anyone or anything, they're not beholden to anyone or anything. They would have a free life up until such time that, if necessary, the Empire might be like, you don't have a clan? We don't care. There's a war going on, and we know you're here. So, but once again, until it's written in a book, everything's up for debate. I'm still waiting on there to be a champer of a story of AR, how the different plants make money outside of merchants and mercenary clans. How the different clans make money outside of the merchants and mercenary clans. I'm assuming. I mean, am I ever going to spell things out? Probably not. I very much doubt Greg is ever going to dive that much into that part of what how every clan operates, which would be the only way you guys would find out. Nope, I did that one. It didn't get. He did not get boomed. Other than mild references, do you ever plan any other kind of crossover book? Dungeon Walkers is a direct follow to Outworld. That's it. There you go. I don't tie my stories together, really, guys. It's not who I am. If you want that kind of things, there are a couple of authors who are very good at it who do that. It's not me. When you write poly relationships, how much do you pull from your personal life? The difference with what I write and true poly is I write fantasy. No poly relationship I've ever met is as unflawed as what I write. That is the one concession that I give to my stories. But yes, I draw a lot on interpersonal dynamics. A lot of it has come from what I've experienced myself. The big difference is I remove the minor arguments. So are the mecha going to stay like mecha from Mecha Warrior? Do you foresee them changing to a more Gundam style? I mean, I wouldn't foresee something that is revered by every known race in the assembly suddenly being changed and them not having a fit about it. So that should kind of answer that question. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We are excited for it as well. Please show Heavenly Chaos tattoo. I mean, you can't really see it because of all the. Oh, hang on. Of all the hair, it's the same as the coin. If you've seen the coin, you've seen the tattoo, and it's the coin isn't hairy. So, sure. I would like to know who's building it. I will talk to people about the rights to to the intellectual property. I ain't building it. The only time I've seen that done, Crimson, was in Robin Hood Men in Tights. I mean, they don't have lottery in that world, so I am sure you are. I'm like I said, I am not stating anything else on that until I have more information to give, which is not going to be now. You're going to be left with the wonder of what it could all mean. So I'm hearing proof of concept for Empire's Gambit. I would need somebody who could proof of concept it, develop something, and then actually go forward with signing contracts with me that would produce. So it is unlikely that it will ever happen. Remember, there is something to remember. I have to tell you, no, you cannot use my intellectual property because I have to defend it against everything, or I lose the right to do so. However, anything you do with intellectual property, like Disney, will sue you at the drop of a hat. However, if you're taking anything Disney and only making it for yourself and never planning to sell it, they can't do shit. It's the same for mine. As long as you're not attempting to sell it or make money off of it in some way, shape, or form. No Xerox, that wasn't the rule. The rule was the rule I've given myself is I would put a tattoo on my body when I had something that meant enough for me to do so. In this case, it's all the different things that I've written because I love them. I can't get a tattoo of any given series until I've written it. There was nothing about it waiting until it was finished, because if that was the case, I wouldn't have had my Aethers tattoo. I had my Binding Words tattoo before Binding Words finished. No, that's like asking if I read 50 Shades of Grey to do research. That's sharing is caring, which is over here. So that is that is where the AG one is. It's really hard to share, guys, with the seat and stuff that I'm in, because it's team team asshole top and bottom. Sharing is caring inside of a heart. Then the Alpha World, the Alpha Company logo from Alpha World, for the bananas for Last Horizon, the Binding Words and Aethers, my Badger. Hang on, Lux Voice, my dragon, and then on the back of my calves, I have one for Resurrection Quest and one for Dungeon Walkers. I think I have pictures of them up somewhere on Discord. Um, I know I've shared pictures on social media of them before. Um, is that it? I'm pretty sure, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and give you guys 5 more minutes ish to pop in any last questions you have, and then we're gonna wrap up. I can hear food being started, which means that there will be dinner in my not too distant future, which I look forward to because my spoon level is down, and I very much look forward to being a brain dead, comatose person soon, more so than normal if you listen to my enemies. The individual who offered their time and expertise to begin doing such, I believe, has started. I have not talked to them yet. I haven't talked to them recently. I will be seeing them in a couple of days, and I need to start. As I told them, I will reimburse them for food cost. as long as they can, as long as they do the due diligence necessary for things. So in the works esque, no, I don't cook for people anymore, Brian. I did my time as a cook. I did my time as every type of cook out there. Prep, cook. Uh, the only thing I really didn't do was pastry, because me and desserts don't really get along. For cooking, remember, baking is mostly a science. Cooking is more of an art. Um, but the thing has, as far as I am aware, been started. But you will not find me cooking on a stream. I barely cook at all anymore. My ability to want to cook was burned out of me in the kitchen. Too many people being stupid. Too many people being stupid. Yes. God. Hmm. Okay, so we have answered the questions. We have talked about the Kickstarter. We have talked about the con. We've talked about the various books and when they're coming out. Um, do we have the next? There we go. And for the next live chat, I will be without my moderators, or at least the majority of them. So I will be even slower on answering things than normal. So there is that. That is the one thing I think currently that I have there. Oh, God, I'm tired. So thank you all for coming. No, I will have an even worse banhammer around desk. If you think my moderators are bad, finding me when I have no spoons and acting up is the worst idea. There are people who understand, and I am not giving names, who have bratted at me when I have had absolutely no fucking bandwidth left. It's not the time or place. So, don't do that. Thank you everyone for coming by. We will see you next month. Make sure to keep up on social media for things. And I will post the Lux Voice 9 audio going out into the wild, and the pre-order for Antecedents Legacy 5 once I have information on it, or when I get back from the con, whichever comes second, first. Yeah, you get the idea. Bye, guys.